one trend we've seen more of lately is the idea of a tiny cocktail. W Seattle is one of the first places in Seattle we've seen do this with their new Tiny Tini Tree. And here to show us what it's all about is their Director of Beverage and Food, Stephanie Cobbs. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell me about this Tiny Tini Tree and how this idea even came about.
Well, I mean, in general, the tiny or kind of the flight version of cocktails is really becoming popular. You see a menu and you see so many great things you want to try.
True.
And it's just really not practical to drink an entire martini times 5
no,
or
not
times
for me.
3. Yes.
No.
So we came up with this with one of our beverage partners, and we thought, what a great way to have a flight, right? You know, you have wine flights, you have beer flights. Well, why can't you have a martini flight?
Yeah. So is it always these cocktail options, or can you pick and choose what you want?
For this particular one, for the month of February, we are featuring 4 different cocktails from the different Hendrick's expressions, and so you choose 3.
Okay.
I've brought the 3 kind of varieties, and then there's more of a classic martini option as well.
What did you bring on there?
Yes, so this is kind of a riff on a Negroni, so it features the Grand Cabaret, so it's got your Campari, it's got a little orange, it's very spirit forward, a little bit bitter.
Okay.
This cocktail right here is a version of a last word, so it contains green chartreuse, which is very hard to find, very difficult to get. It's made by ancient Chinese monks, and it's their secret recipe.
Cool.
So it's just a really fun, unique cocktail. And then we have our egg white cocktail, which is just more of a sour. It's kind of got some classic lemon, some sweet, and then that nice foam on the top.
I love the presentation. Yeah. They're so adorable. And before I taste test and dive into that, we're going to be working. So what are we making today?
We are. So we are making the Love Potion, which, as I said, is our egg white cocktail.
Okay.
It's got 4 very simple ingredients, so we're just going to do it together.
Please.
We're going to start with our lemon juice. So a little acidity
is that this one?
Yep,
okay,
that's going to be the front one. Yep. And we're just going to add them one at a time.
Okay.
Raspberry syrup, like just what you would have in an Italian soda.
Yum.
And then we're going to do our gin. And so, again, this is the Hendrick's Flora Adora. So this is a very floral version. And then the egg white, which is what gives us that nice frothy finish.
I love the frothy. Anything with an egg white, I usually gravitate towards.
It's good. So speaking of egg whites, one trick with egg white cocktails is to do a dry shake, what we call a dry shake.
Oh.
So instead of adding your ice like you would normally do, we're going to give it a good 15 seconds. Oh, hold it tight.
I know.
And this is what gives the egg white that foamy consistency.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to dry shake it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And of course, it's not the normal sound you hear in a bar, right? Because there's no ice.
True, yes. But then you do end up shaking it again.
Yes, because you want to chill your drink always. So then we're going to add our ice very quietly.
Hopefully it's not too loud for y'all at home. Okay.
And then we'll give it another quick shake, and that'll chill.
Sure it's on this time. There we go. That's the sound.
That's the sound of a drink. All right. So now, and you can kind of start to see the frost form on the side of your shaker, and that's when you know you're ready.
Oh, okay.
So work your top out.
Okay, now here we go. My workout for the day. Oh my gosh.
Need an assist?
Oh, see?
I know.
Okay, thank you.
There we go.
I needed that to happen so I didn't look like a total wuss. Okay.
All right, and then we're just gonna strain it carefully into our coupe glass.
Ooh, I love that color. That is perfect for like Valentine's Day.
Perfect Valentine's color, and then just give it kind of a little shake, and that's where you'll see your egg white foam start to settle on the top.
Gosh, okay. So while I'm taste testing, what else do you have going on Valentine's Day? Because I feel like you guys at W Seattle always have events and stuff going on.
We do. Oh, before you taste test though, we forgot the most important part of a cocktail, which is the garnish. So we are doing an edible garnish. So this is just a sugar paper with an edible ink. Mine's a lip print, and then of course yours is a New Day
logo. Are you kidding?
And that just settles on top of the egg white, and it lasts about 20-30 minutes, and so that's always my gauge if I need to drink my cocktail faster.
Okay.
If my image is still intact.
That is a good gauge. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna taste that.
You taste that.
Again, tell me Valentine's Day, all the events.
So Valentine's Day, we are hosting our event called Lipsology, and we have a certified lipsologist, which is not a common thing. If you think of reading your palm, this is done by reading your lip print. And so you kiss this little kiss card that we've got, and Denny Luna, our lipsologist, will tell your future, tell your love life, your career life, your personality traits. She can find out over 200 things about you. just based on
your lips.
Yes.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
The cocktail is so amazing. Like you said, like I can taste kind of that floral vibe, and the frothiness with the egg white is always a win for me. What are some other items on the menu that you feel like people should definitely check out?
So in addition, if you're not a gin fan, because of course this is all gin based, we are also featuring the Chocolate Kiss, which is a chocolate old fashioned. So get some good whiskey, a nice deep color. So that'll be featured this month, and then every month we do something different.
Yeah,
you know, so
you guys always like have events. So what
do.
are you kind of known for with some events coming up too?
Probably the biggest one is our Pride celebration. So we are the headquarter hotel in Seattle for the Pride Parade. We are right at the start of the route, and so we always activate around that. We have a great weekend. We always have live music. We do a series called Main Stage. First Friday of every month, we bring in a local kind of up-and-coming artist that maybe is on the verge and needs to break out.
Yes.
We do live DJs on the weekends. So really trying to get the community to come in and have a good time and see us as a place to be, not just a bar inside of a hotel.
Oh, well, you sold me. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.